So last night I played this game with somebody who hasn't played it ever before. Not like never in their life. They played an offline raid, but they didn't understand what was going on. That's my friend Danger. You might know him from my other channel. Now, the thing is, he didn't know what was going on, so, I was trying to explain Tarkov to him. And I realized just how hard it is to explain right now what Tarkov is. I mean, it's a battle royale game in a sense, right? But it's also more than that. It's a survival game. It's a looting game. It's an RPG almost. You kind of build a character, and I'm sure in the future you're going to get to build your character even more. So, it's pretty crazy. It's a very difficult game to explain. So I figured I'd make a little video and talk about how to deal with teams. The reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of new people coming into the game, and they might think it's overwhelming when you run into one or two guys, like two or more guys, right? And it is. It is overwhelming, and you will not come out of this every situation. But what I'm going to tell you in this video will help you in the long run in engaging and fighting teammates. It's guerrilla style warfare at its finest, and that's something about Tarkov that I really, really appreciate is you get to fight like a guerrilla if you need to. You could fight like any type of warfare that you can imagine in real life, aside from, the tanks and stuff. Infantry-based combat happens in Tarkov, and you kind of need to know what to do in different situations in different areas. So right here, I see two geared guys, and they were in a gunfight. They were running through the woods. Now, I lost Danger. He doesn't know the map, and we were playing as scavs at the time, so he was completely gone. I picked up this AKMS, I think it's an AKMS, from a player that you saw earlier in the raid. I shot him in the side of the head, took his gear, and now I have an AK to use. Danger still has that shotgun, so even if he was here, I don't think he would have been able to do what we accomplished here. So that's number one rule, is engaging people and stuff. You have to use your weapons to your advantage. If you have a silencer, that's fantastic, and you might have a higher percentage of getting out of that, which just comes down to always loading out your kits properly. Having a sniper rifle with a scope, having a assault rifle with a silencer, etc., etc. So that starts to come with the gear. I was fortunate here. I picked up this gun. Now, the second thing I would say is patience. You have to know when to ambush people. The thing is, if you ambush somebody when they have one direction to get shot from, then they know where they're getting shot from, most likely, right? If you shoot somebody when they're in the open and they know there's a lot of different angles that they could get shot at, especially when you're using a silencer, they might not know directly which way it's coming from or where it's coming from. And that is what happens here. So I shoot a guy in the back, and I don't know if I killed him with that burst. I believe I did, or it sent him to the ground, so he had to heal or do something like that. So I decide to run over to the rocks, and I knew he had a buddy with him, and he was going to be looking for him. So I run over to the rocks, get a different angle of attack the next time I fire. It's kind of like, you've watched classic sniper movies. You shoot from one position, you have to move to the next. This is pretty much what you want to be doing when you're ambushing people, is you shoot from one position, then move. Don't ever stay in one spot. So he is laying down and healing here. I put 2 shots into his dome. I can hear them hitting and killing him. And the reason you cannot hear this is this was recorded using Shadowplay. I usually use Shadowplay as like my post commentary settings because I think it records a decent picture. But something went up with this, and it recorded in a weird resolution, and the audio was all bugged. And you can't. Danger sounds terrible, and I sound even more terrible for some reason through here. So now I'm sitting on the body. We're just going to sit here and wait. I'm going to cut through. Oh my God. I don't know what I just hit. I hit like a bottle or something. So my patience is paid off at this point. I see the guy running back down to the warehouse. So I'm just going to sit here and watch him run around. Again, I'm waiting for him to get in the open. I have iron sights. I don't have a scope. I can't properly identify if I'm hitting shots or not. So I'm waiting for him to get in the open. So it's the best possible chance for me to kill him. Best possible chance for me to shoot him. And I'm just waiting. Now, the thing about this warehouse is there's a wall that he decides to go behind. Now, he's in the warehouse, and the only place he really could get shot from is either where I am or directly on the opposite side. So I wait for him to go around the wall, and then he's in the wide open here, and he peeks out. So I start putting shots on him. He lays down, and that's it. He actually doesn't lay down. But I was assuming he was going to take cover, and I would have been able to shoot at him. So waiting for him to get into the open like that. He didn't know where the shots were coming from. He panicked, tried to run. He was dead before he knew it. And I think that just those three elements, those three keys are really important for stealth warfare, really important for getting what you need to get done in this game with inadequate equipment and stuff like that. So I want you guys to know that. Take that into account when next time you're fighting anybody. If you want to ambush 1 to 4 or 5 people, all the same rules apply, man. You should just wait until they're in the open. Be very patient. Discipline is key, I would say, in this game. If you want more tutorials on Tarkov, not necessarily tutorials. I don't think I'm good enough to really be doing some insane tutorials, but if you want to know anything about the beginning stages of the game in a video, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to check it out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in axe and sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks.